67% of shoppers are familiar with AI shopping assistants, and nearly 60% are already using them. So why is AI shopping considered new and gimmicky? I'm Christy Augustine, COO of Bloomreach, and I'm here with Arun Qamra, our head of AI shopping assistant clarity at Bloomreach. So, Arun,
Hey, Christy.
great to have you here.
Excited for this conversation.
So let's start with that question. With so many new trends that happen repeatedly in tech, why is AI shopping not a fad?
Yeah, great question. It's a great question to ask about any trend. When I think about conversational AI, there's two pieces I think about. One of them is the interface. It's conversational, we understand that. But what's really interesting is the intelligence behind it. And that's a leap from where we were a few years ago. And if you think about this unlocking of an unlimited amount of machine intelligence that rivals human intelligence, is better in some ways, there's no way that's not of a lot of business value to all of us, right? So you have to go beyond the, oh, this is just a cool new interface. It is a layer of intelligence that we didn't have before.
I agree with you, and I think what that really gets down to is the amount of value that's adding to shoppers.
Exactly.
And when you are able to deliver to them something that's better than they could experience before, whether that is in a conversational way or the quality of those responses, it's hard to imagine that people are going to go back.
Exactly. And people have now used ChatGPT, and if you just look at the curves of how quickly they've adopted this technology, it's unlike anything we've seen before, and there's a reason for it. And it's pretty obvious to us when we use it, because things that we would need humans to do before can now be done automatically. What does that do? It allows us to do things that we couldn't do before because it was just not affordable. And second, it allows us to do things that we did do, but do them a lot better.
I think that's a great point. And I think that, we, as you mentioned, this adoption curve, you see it in many different areas already. So this isn't really just limited to conversational shopping. It is the way people are expecting to communicate digitally from now on.
Exactly.
So Arun, AI is rapidly changing. Month over month, we're seeing so many new advances. How do retailers, brands stay on top of this and actually transform their business instead of maybe just kind of waiting to see what's next?
Yeah. I think the thing to think about is that, so a lot of brands felt the need to adopt AI because it was the cool new thing. And so you had to do something, right? So there was pressure from investors, from management to do something. And they went in and bolted on a solution, maybe a little chatbot here or a little, image generation somewhere, but wasn't solving a business problem. I think what you have to do is to think about what are the business problems you have? How can AI help solve them better? What can you do that you couldn't do before, like I was saying before? And then what's new? So consider brands have always had store associates in a brick and mortar store who would help shoppers find the right product, who would offer advice about their style and so on. You can just do that online, right? But now you can. Now you can bring that human-like intelligence online that adds business value for the experience that you have, which is an online store. Think about personalization, right? We all talk about sending personalized messages as we reach out to shoppers. But now think about truly being one-to-one, where this intelligent agent can truly understand a shopper and speak to them one-to-one in a very personalized way. Again, this wasn't possible before. So think about the business problem and think about how this new intelligence can be leveraged.
Yeah, and I think you bring up a good point, which is there's so many opportunities to transform your business with AI. But as you think about the fact that you can bring this human experience, you have to focus on the problem, as you said, and start somewhere. I think if you wait too long and wait to figure this out, you're going to be irrelevant.
You have to dive in. If you aren't testing these solutions, if you aren't incorporating AI into your own personal lives, you're missing out, right? Because these are a new set of tools that we're all collectively as a society learning to deal with and leverage and make the most of. So jump in, experiment, see what works for you, but keep it anchored on business problems and not on cool gimmicks.
Well, thank you, Arun, so much. I think
Yeah,
that's
this was
really
fun.
helpful to everyone. Yes, it's always fun talking to you. I think you have so many great takeaways for our listeners on, starting now, focusing on the value, really diving into the advances of AI. And I appreciate all your thoughts on that. If you found this helpful today, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you for tuning in today for Face to Face with the Future of AI.